pretty heavy one.
We're back up here in Rough Hollow. It's Brody and I, and we're getting ready to head back up in. I've got a couple of game cams. I got 3 of them back in there that we left last week when we got a lot of action. We got stalked for a couple of miles. We found 3 14-inch footprints that were fresh. I showed Brody the 17-inch footprints that I'd found the week before. There was 5 of those, and he could still really make out a couple. He was really impressed even after a week of them getting rained on and stuff. And then, you know, we got that video that we thought was a possible Bigfoot that we think we've already debunked. We're going back in there to make sure that's a cave. I'm pretty sure it is, though. We had a great video breakdown of it and stuff, though. And I wanted to bring something else up. 2 weeks ago we sent some hair samples to a couple of universities, one in the UK and one in the United States, and I'm pretty sure if you're into Bigfoot you know exactly where we sent them to, and the doctors that are going to analyze those for us. We didn't push that hair up on them. We sent them pictures, and they asked us for some samples, and they've had it for a couple of weeks. No news to me is good news. They don't recognize right away what it is. We already tried to figure out what it was before we bothered them with their busy, important time. But anyway, I hope we don't get washed away. It has rained all week here, and roads have been washed out here. We've had to travel over a lot of muddy washouts and stuff to get in here. My Jeep really helped get me back in here. We're already having wood knocks, and we're at the mouth of Rough Hollow. Brody's glassing the mountainside, trying to figure out what's been wood knocking at us. It's a great squatchy day. It's really nice and cool. I wanted to let you know about that hair, though. We've got it under a microscope. We did microscopic comparisons of known North American mammals, and we haven't been able to identify it. But if you want to go to our website, www.rmso.net, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization, go on there and you can see our magnified hair and other things that we don't have on YouTube and so forth. But we're going to go up, and we're going to drop off 1 game cam, and we're going to pick up 3. We got 1 game cam 5 miles back, and we've got 2 more 7 miles back. And there's this cave that we want to throw the other game cam on that I'm bringing back in. We're bringing in a fresh game cam and taking out 3. So can't wait to show you what's on those game cams. We're up here in Rough Hollow, and we're not even a full mile back, and we're hearing the wood knocks and so forth right at the mouth. And we come across maybe bear scat, fresh, maybe Sasquatch scat. But I've noticed bears just do their business, you know, anywhere. But places where I get squatch activity, they do it right on the trail. You know, this is an animal trail, but it's a trail, and it's right on the trail, and you can see all the seeds and stuff in it. So I don't know if this is bear scat, but I just want to get next to it to show you. There's some hairs in it and stuff. This is pretty fresh. May sound gross, but I'm taking a sample. This is really fresh, so it hasn't been contaminated. So we're gonna get a little sample of this that has the hair in it and stuff. You know, it's more than like. Okay, we took a sample of the scat. There's the bag, and there's the scat, and we did it as clinically as possible, not to contaminate it with human DNA. Brody and I are up Rough Hollow, where we've been finding a lot of Bigfoot activity over the last several weeks. Pretty much almost any time we come up in this area we find Bigfoot activity, but we found the 14-inch footprint, and we were really excited right down here by the creek. We were really excited about finding it, that we talked about just going on not recording it, and the reason why we're so excited, it smells like a sewer right now. Something really stinky's close. Oh, I hear it up there, Brody. Put the parabolic up there. Okay, I'm gonna aim where we just heard the wood crack. I don't know if the camera caught it, but back up that way. Yeah, we caught up to the 14-inch footprint again. I hope the camera brought it in. I'm gonna pick up my tape. We want to go up the trail further. The wind seems to be coming down that way, and even though we heard a wood pop or whatever up there, we want to go further up the trail. It seems like that's where the smell's coming from. We already found scat on the trail, and I've only ever had 3 occasions where something freshly defecated on the trail, and this is one of them, and every time has been when we've been getting Sasquatch activity, and it seems like every time we're down here Rough Hollow. I think that's why that video that we debunked, we really believed it might have been the real thing, because we were having wood knocks, wood pops, or excuse me, mouth pops, vocalizations, and we were finding fresh footprints the last time we were up here. So we're gonna go confirm if that's a cave that created that illusion. We're about halfway there. We're about 3.5 miles up the canyon, and the whole time we've been up here we've been hearing wood knocks. So anyway, Rough Hollow. We'll get back with you when we find some other evidence. This is a 14-inch footprint, and that's concurrent with everything that we find up in this area. Once in a while we find the 17-incher. We think this is the resident female. Okay, I'm at the stump that we filmed last week where we had a suspect Bigfoot about 20 yards from here. I'll show you where I was filming from. Hey Brody, will you wave your arm? There's Brody up there, and this is the resolution and everything we had the camera set on. Well, anyway, I'm at the stump, and right over there you see a log laying down, an old one over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's kind of an animal highway over there, and that's where we casted the 14-inch footprint, and we found 3 of them. Plus we found one down at the creek, and we just filmed one down at the creek, a fresh one. It's been raining hard all week up here. There's a lot of flooding and stuff around these areas. It's been flooding hard, so we know the footprints that we're finding today are very fresh. But last week, exactly 7 days ago, we were filming here, and I was showing everybody the food sources leading up to the 14-inch footprints, one of which we casted last week. Today is September 14th, 2013. It's about, yeah, exactly, it's 2 p.m. and it's about 2 hours before we actually filmed what we called the suspect Bigfoot. But I was filming these Oregon grapes. They're not Oregon grapes, you know, now that we're down here checking them out a little bit closer. They're elderberries. There is Oregon grapes up here, but these are elderberries, and they're edible by people and animals.
That dude hangs out.
I'm pretty excited. This is the biggest footprint that I've ever found in Utah or Idaho, but he's 18 plus in length, and he's over 8 inches wide. I mean, just a massive footprint, and We've found 3 of them in this meadow where we found the 17-inch tracks. I don't know. Perhaps it's the 17-incher and they're fresher or whatever, or he's in here kicking the 17-inch male out. I mean, it wasn't... I don't know if this is doing it justice, but can you see that message? We're casting this one. It's in a level spot. And Brody's calling it 19. And I can see why he's calling it 19. It may very in fact be 19, but this is a very large male. And we've had lots and lots of rain up here, so we know this footprint is fresh. It's probably within the last 24 hours. We're up here in Rough Hollow. That's a week after we got the suspect Bigfoot video, and that's the direction that Brody's walking, is the direction that we shot the video. We went across the ravine looking for the cave that we thought was the illusion that caused it. I mean, it's only 3 in the afternoon right now, and we shot that footage at 4 p.m. last week, but we couldn't find a cave. We tried spotting it from across the way. We even filmed the area where we caught the suspect Bigfoot to try and find the cave. We're going to have to go back and look at videos and do some comparisons, because me and Brody can't find a cave. And now we're up here and we're finding 18+ inch footprints in length and over 8 inches wide. I want to get down here and I want to point out, we're going to cast this also, but the toes are right across here, and then it shoots back that way to the hill, and the hill's right back here, and you can tell it's fresh because the vegetation is still smushed down. So it looks like we're on to a very large male. I've never seen or heard anything about females getting this big. We're thinking the females get 14, 15-inch max, so this is 18+. Brody, looking at the tape, he's calling it 19. I'm calling it 18. It's probably somewhere in the middle, and I want to pan around and show you where I'm at, and I want to show you the direction it's going. There's Brody, and oh, there's my poncho in the tree drying out my backpack, but I just want to pan around real slow. I'm going to set the tripod down and show you where we found the print. We've found 3 of these 18+ inches right here, and that's the best of them. And I'll pan around real slow, show you where we're at. We've been in this meadow before. This is where we found the 17-inch footprints about, what was it, 2 weeks ago when Jenny and I were up here. Jenny's not up here today. She has a sore throat, and it's for a couple of days now, and we knew it was going to be a wet, miserable day, and it has been. So she doesn't need to get any sicker. She's back at camp, taking care of camp for us, and that's the direction we're going to go. We got one more game cam up there. We're going to pick that one up, and we're going to pick up the rest of the game cams on the way out. We haven't picked them up on the way in because the last time we were up here, something followed us. We were stalked for a couple of miles, so in case we get stalked again, we had a lot of wood knocks right at the mouth of the canyon. I don't know, it really felt like they were reaching out to me and Brody and I. Maybe they're getting used to us up here in the Rough Hollow area, but we're going to cast this footprint. We're going to go get the other game cam, let this set up, and looks like we're packing the biggest footprint that we've ever casted in Utah and Idaho out here today. Rough Hollow, September 14th, 2013. This is pretty good finding. It's actually pretty exciting. We're back in Rough Hollow a week after we had a suspect Bigfoot film, and me and Brody really wanted to find a cave up here. We're up here looking for a cave. We expected to find a cave, and we took pictures and filmed the whole video location. We couldn't find it. Now we're back where we found 17 and 14-inch footprints. This meadow, it looks like it's a high traffic area. We're finding fresh 14s, and we're not seeing the 17-incher. We're really shocked. We're seeing over 18. Brody's calling it 19. I'm calling it 18, but it's probably closer to 19. There's a really big one up here. Perhaps the 17 is a subadult male. Perhaps this is his territory, and the 19 or 18 inches up here kicking him out. The rut's going on. It's just starting for a lot of antler type creatures like moose, deer, elk, and you know, perhaps it's the Sasquatch rut season, but we're real excited. We found 3 of these 18 inchers, or 19 inchers. They're more closer to 19, but there's the footprint. We've got it casted, and then here's the stride. It's a 6-foot stride. What was it, Brody? 70 inches?
72.
72 inches was the stride, and there's the other print. We're not casting this one. The toes aren't as definitive, but this footprint over here was so fresh that the vegetation, and we already filmed it and took pictures, but the vegetation down underneath the print are still pressed down, and it had great toes. We overfilled it like you're supposed to. The tops of the cast is not the important part, it's the underneath, the impression underneath. So we overfilled it, and so it kind of slopped over the edge, but it's almost 19 inches long in length from hill to toe, and it's about 8.5 inches wide. And we're really excited. This is the biggest footprint that we've ever seen in Utah and Idaho, and we consider that our home territory of Bigfooting. That part of the Rocky Mountains. We sometimes go into Colorado, and we sometimes go into Oregon and Northern California, but this is where we're at most of the time, and this is a very active spot. I'm panning around a little bit, showing you viewers where I'm at. We come from that direction. That's the direction we filmed the suspect Bigfoot, and me and Brody come up here to debunk the suspect Bigfoot today, and guess what? We found no cave. We looked for it from where we filmed. We even filmed there, and then we even went across the ravine, and we haven't found a cave. Storm's rolling in, it's picking up. It's a real squatchy area. It's very squatchy. A lot of food sources: elderberries, Oregon grapes, raspberries, strawberries, huckleberries. There's even Bigfoot salad. I've named it Bigfoot salad, but it's an edible type of milkweed. That's up here too. And I'm sure there's quite a bit of food sources up here that I'm not even familiar with that a Sasquatch can eat, along with proteins. I mean, the animals are abundant. We're always seeing rabbits, deers, bighorn sheep, elk, moose, and squirrels if it's after a protein. But here's the 72-inch stride of what has to be just a massive male that's moved into the area. And we're picking up some game cams. We got 3 game cams up here. We passed up 2. We left them up. We got stalked last week when me and Brody were here. We got stalked. So we left game cams up that we passed. So if we get stalked again, we just haven't heard any stalking. We heard a lot of wood knocks and stuff at the mouth. I don't know if they're following us around today or what's going on, but this has got to be pretty fresh. It's been raining so hard up here all week that this has got to be fresh. So we're going to let this casting set up. We're going to pick up 3 game cams, and we're dropping one. We're dropping a game cam where a lot of people have commented that I should probably leave it where Jenny saw a black shape run into a cave, and I filmed the entrance of the cave and so forth, and we get a lot of activity there. Nothing happened there today, but the last 2 times I've been here, something's been thrown near us at this cave. So we left a game cam there, and we're picking up 3, and we're casting the biggest footprint that we've ever seen in Utah or Idaho, and we found 3 of them. And here's the 2 best. That one, and its stride length 72 inches right there, and we're casting this one because the toes in the hill and the edges were so well defined. It's a great footprint, and it's close to 19 inches. I'm going to be conservative, call it 18. Brody called it 19, and I think Brody's right. It's 19 inches long. And I'm going to move the tape measure. I'm going to show you guys what... And we measured this other footprint, and it's the same length. They're both close to 19, but you guys, I'll put the tape measure out there, and the viewers can judge for themselves. You guys can call this 18, 19. You can say, hey, Kelly Shaw, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization, that ain't no Bigfoot. That's something else, I don't know, maybe a giant bear. Whatever. He walks on back legs, and here's his other footprint. And there's another one up that direction. He's just really smashed down the vegetation. He didn't squish down into the mud. But yeah, we're not finding a cave. I don't know why I sound happy, but we didn't find a cave. But anyway, we're in a clearing where a couple of weeks ago Jenny and I found 17-inch footprints. And today me and Brody aren't finding the 17s. We're finding 14 and pretty close to 19-inch. I casted one of them. We found, well, at first when we casted this one we had found 3. And we can take a close look at that. We overfilled it. It's not actually as wide as it's showing here. It's about 8.5 inches wide. We overfilled it, and you're supposed to. The bottom's important, not the top. We want to make sure we get the full footprint. But it's damn near 19 inches long. It's 8.5 inches wide, maybe a little bit wider. And right here, here's the next best footprint, and it's got a 72-inch stride right here. Don't know if it's running, jogging, or just walking when it made it, but we've had a lot of rain up here, so we're thinking these are pretty fresh. And we casted the one we're casting because the toes are really nice. And this is a big boy. I don't know if that 17-incher we're finding up here is the alpha male and he's up here squeezing him out for breeding rights, or if that's his oldest boy. I doubt it. I bet he's up here kicking that male out of here. And that's the direction we picked up our last game cam, down by the creek where we keep finding footprints. And I was telling you that we initially found 3 of these 17-inch footprints. Since me and Brody has found 4 more, we found 7. And then we find a lot of 14s, and I've been taking pictures of them. We'll put them on our website, the still photos of footprints and stuff. We'll put those on our website at www.rmso.net. And then anything that's a video we'll upload to our YouTube site. And yeah, we're gonna dig up this footprint, and we'll take some photos and some videos, and then we're gonna head out of here. It's been a pretty wet day, but wet's a good thing. It's squatchy, and we're gonna keep our eyes open for more activity. A lot of footprints back here, and I know we're Bigfoot researchers, but today we've been cave researchers. We've been looking for a cave to debunk our video from last week, and we're going to take a closer look at the videos that we're shooting of the location. We've already shot a couple. We're going to shoot one more, and we're going to look for that cave again, but we're not finding the cave. I'm sorry to say to viewers, I don't want to cause controversy. I don't know if that's a Bigfoot. It's not a cave today. Today it's not a cave. We can't find a cave. Rough Hollow. Controversy. Back that way, a couple hundred yards is where we filmed the suspect Bigfoot last week, last Saturday, the 7th of September. And after our team did the analysis on the video and zoomed in up to 500%, you know, we thought it looked like perhaps a cave back there. Oh, did you hear that? That it was a cave. Well, anyway, we can't find a cave. We filmed that whole spot. We even went over to where the cave should be, and we can't find a cave. So Caves don't move. Bigfoots do. Not saying it's a Bigfoot, not saying it's a cave, but we're kind of ruling out a suspect cave now. What is it? This is a casted 17-inch, or excuse me, 17. It's almost 19 inches. This is the biggest footprint I've ever found in Idaho or Utah, and this is the first look at the bottom of the footprint after pulling it up. There's the bottom, there's where it sat, and then a 72-inch stride to the next best footprint. We filmed the one before it because these are on a level surface, and that one had really good toes. We can't wait for the dirt to wear off so we can see the really good toes on the cast. But yeah, we're carrying a cast out here today, and about 200 yards that way is the controversial Birdie's parabolic mic's picking up what's following us real close, coming down to where we can hear it moving around. I don't know what it is, but it's gotten really close to us. It's down in this little ravine. Getting close to the last count. Oh, I can hear it behind us. Can you hear it, Brody? Did you hear it back there? Something following us, and it's pretty close right now. We have found about 24 footprints back here. We casted the best of 7, close to 19 inches. We're back here in Rough Hollow. We come back here to debunk our own video from last week. We thought we had a suspect Bigfoot, and then after zooming in, we thought it might be an illusion from a cave or an outcropping, but we spent 2 hours at the video location. We filmed it a couple of times. Brody, it's on the other side of us now. It's on the other side of us. It's back this way. My direction, back behind me. I heard him moving around. Found a lot of footprints. We might be getting stalked. This is usually the part of the canyon that we get stalked to. It's very narrow. Gonna kind of pan around, show you how narrow this part of the canyon is. It's a bottleneck. Alright. Well, me and Brody's gonna start heading back. We're gonna grab another game cam and slowly head out of here and see what we can find. Birdie's parabolic mic's picking up what's following us real close, coming down to where we can hear it moving around. I don't know what it is, but it's gotten really close to us. It's down in this little ravine. Getting close to the last count. Oh, I can hear it behind us. Can you hear it, Brody? Did you hear it back there? Something following us, and it's pretty close right now. We have found about 24 footprints back here. We casted the best of 7, close to 19 inches. We're back here in Rough Hollow. We come back here to debunk our own video from last week. We thought we had a suspect Bigfoot, and then after zooming in, we thought it might be an illusion from a cave or an outcropping, but we spent 2 hours at the video location. we're leaving Rough Hollow. It's the biggest day I've ever had for footprints. There's just so much activity back in there, especially a little meadow back in there, where we found I don't know, like 18 of them total. We found like a couple of dozen footprints. The biggest footprints I've ever seen in my life are back in there. There's 7 of them that are almost 19 inches in length. And we casted one of those. It's just impressive, 8.5 inches wide, perhaps wider. But anyways, those were about 5 miles back from here. We're almost to the mouth of the canyon. Just before we come up the canyon, we heard a lot of wood knocks and stuff, but we've probably found a dozen 14-inch footprints, 7 of the almost 19 inchers, and then we found several footprints smaller, a couple of 7 inchers that could possibly be the hind footprint of a bear, and then some 12 inchers back here. So it's been raining a lot this week, and we know that these footprints are fresh. I didn't see any of these new ones last week. And then the big reason that we come back in here was to pick up our game cams. We're bringing out 3 game cams. We left another one back up in there, and then we wanted to debunk our video that we filmed last week. We got a suspect Sasquatch on film last week, and we thought we had debunked it. There's supposed to be a cave back there that caused an illusion. Well, Brody and I spent 2 hours back there looking for that cave. We GPS'd where we casted the 14-inch footprint, which is just about 20 yards where the film footage took place. And we combed the area and could not find the cave, and we physically went over to where we filmed the suspect Bigfoot, and we can't find a cave or anything that would make those shadows. So we're back to square one.